Salesforce main pillars in IT industry. So it's very important to understand what are the in industry, what are the main pillars and how it works in real time. So the first thing is customers. Customers are the one where based on the customer, everyday customers are giving the input on the product, or they always look for the latest products or a new features in the products. So they will always give a input to the clients, like whoever is selling the product, they will give a input. So for a better improvement, or could be a latest functionality they wanted to see. So those kind of inputs they will give it to the client. And client is the one who always look for the what can we improve in the product, how can we improve in the product, and what customers are looking for it, what is the requirement for the customers, how can we make the customers happy. The goal for the client is how to make the customers happy. So clients will always look for the customer, what they needed, how can we provide the best products and best services. And based on that, clients is going to reach out to the IT companies. So IT companies it's basically, they always look for the client, what are the requirements that is coming up, and then they will start working on the project. So that means here, customers are connected to the client, clients are connected to the IT company. So if customers are not there, then there is no client. If there is no client, then there is no IT industry. So when we have a requirement or business deal between the client and IT company, that's how the IT companies start recruiting the people, recruiting the admin or a developers, because we have a new project. In order to implement a new project, we need to hire people. Like IT will start hiring the members. So they will decide it how many members do we need it in order to implement this project, and based on the deal. So this is the three are the main pillars in IT industry: customers, client, IT. So in this main thing is the customers, and clients are between the customers and IT company. And IT company is only deals with the client requirement. But in the real time, when we are working on the project, we also have to, we means the developer, whoever is working on the application, whoever is building the application, they have to start thinking not only from the client, customer side also we have to think on it. So how the customers are, when they are filling the details, how the customers are filling it. So is this a more clicks or less clicks? Or do we have to capture the more information or less information? So usually the customers are, most of them are like giving the less information and less clicks, which they like it. So we have to always think from the customer perspective whenever we are building a new application for the client. Now, let's see each one by one, what is customers and what is client and what is IT industry. Now let's understand what is customers. Now, when we talk about the customers in day to day or in real time, we talk about the customers, but what is the customers here? So customers are basically whoever is purchasing the product or whoever is giving the services for the business. Now, customers could be anyone, like it could be everyone in the company, or could be anyone. So customers are whoever is purchasing the product. Could be a small product or could be a vehicle or a very big product. So whoever is buying the products, they are called as the customers. But why do we need who is the customers here? Customers are basically any person or a organization who needs the product. Right? So it is possible that I am the owner of some business, but still I am a customer for the another product. Right? So everybody is a customers here. And why we need a customers? Without customers, there is no business. We cannot have a openings in the IT company. First of all, IT companies, there won't be a lot of IT companies if there are no customers, because from the customers only we are getting the business. So if there are no customers, no business. Now, why customers needs the client? Now, client is a source to provide the product, service to the customers. So if there are no clients are there, customers cannot reach to the IT company. Because if customers does not reach out to the client, or if customer does not need a client, so then we do not have a product or a services. So customers are only deal with the clients, they don't deal with IT companies directly. So example for this, like a flight travelers, whoever is traveling by the flight. So they are the customers. Car owners, they are the customers. TV viewer, whoever is watching TV by sitting at home, they are the customers for the, like a Samsung, right? So TV viewers also the customers. Now, client. Now, who is the client and what is the client here, first of all? The client is nothing but who does the business with the customers. Whether it is a small business or a huge business, whoever does the business with the customers, they are called as a client. Client is like maybe the roadside shops, right? Or maybe small business, like or a small D-Mart or a Walmart, right? So these are the business, whoever is doing the business, they are the customers. Now, any business owner, like a Emirates owner is a client. Maruti business owner is a client. Samsung business owner is also a client. And why do we need a client? Because to fulfill the customer requirement. And why clients need the IT company? To build the Salesforce application, to automate the business process, right? So to maintain the relationship with customers. So if the client is not there, then customers and IT companies will not be there, because customers directly cannot reach to the IT companies. So client is the mediator between the customers and IT company. Now here, IT company, we daily see the IT companies and we talk about the IT and we work in the IT. But what is the IT here? What we do? So basically we do the developing, maintain, support Salesforce application. That means we do the building the products from the scratch. Also we maintain the existing product and we will give the services to the, that means support we will give to the Salesforce application. Now, who is the IT company here? Anybody who works for a client. So that means Salesforce business analyst, architect, manager, developer, administrator, who works for the client, they all are IT company. So why do we need an IT company? To fulfill the client requirements and to automate the business process. If IT company is not there, everything will be the manually. So right now, if you go to the supermarket and they will just scan the item and automatically everything will be captured in the system. So this is automated. Otherwise, whoever is sitting there, they have to enter manually. It will take a lot of time. So if there is no IT company, we cannot automate any business process. Right. So for example, Salesforce is the IT company, Wipro is the IT company, Dell is the IT company, Google is the IT company. So these are the IT companies. Now, these are the main pillars of the software or industry.